Made this long recording at my mom's house, and I wanted to get a point out to her, but I don't think I got it out. I kept getting sidetracked as we was kind of like arguing. But the point I was gonna make to my mom, and I was gonna challenge her to answer this honestly. Like I said with Stephanie, Stephanie just bailed me out. We don't like each other. We do got some. I believe there's some kind of love there. Even if it was all fake love, we've told each other we love each other so many times, and we've made love so many times that reality is going to start to blur itself. So even if we were both faking the whole time, pretending, acting, you get into character eventually. But what I was gonna say about Stephanie, like she does seem to have my back more than anybody else, and I wonder why. Cause she hates me, and she has more legitimate reasons to hate me than anybody else. I don't think she has a lot of legitimate reasons to hate me. We don't have legitimate reasons to hate each other. We're both mad at each other for not being everything that the other person wanted them to be for the other person. I think on some selfish shit. But as I've been thinking about this, Stephanie bailed me out again. She don't want to talk to me. She don't want to see me. But she bailed me out again. She doesn't want her son's father in jail. And I said, I think when it comes to that there, Stephanie loved her father dearly. As far as I know, as far as I saw, as far as I heard. She was daddy's little girl. She was proud of that. She bragged about that a couple times. She loved her daddy deeply, dearly. And I think she sees me and she looks, the love that me and Damien have. And, I put it like this to my mom. I said, I think Stephanie probably sees me as being a better father to her son than her own father was to her. And she loves her father dearly. And I think she feels some kind of obligation towards me. And I'm not saying that as an insult of anything, because that's that's a sign of character and integrity to me. If you feel obligated to somebody, if you feel like you owe somebody something, you want to pay that back, or you want to, reciprocate or whatever. But I do feel like the way she's getting me out, it feels like she feels obligated, man. And maybe she just feels guilty for me, feels sorry for me. Maybe our relationship has a lot more to do with that than I know I've realized. But yeah, I don't think she really ever felt sorry for me. I think she did always look at me as like, somebody that you can't feel a lot of pity for. But I was going to go on to say to my mother, to my mom, you mom, I was a better father to you than you had. You love your father. You respect your father. And I was a better father to all the children I was supposed to be a father to. At least a lot of people see it that way. I have a lot of shortcomings, and I got a lot of catching up to do. But, you know, could challenge my mom to that. Not only was I a better father to the children that I've been in their life than your own father was to you, or any father that you gave me, or any father that I've ever seen you add to the team. I'm not a good father. I'm not a good father at all, but I try. I care. I love my son. I want him to love me back. I want what's best for my sons. I want my sons to be so much greater than me, so much better than me. And I think that is like naturally a male trait. That's a gift that we get because we have those seeds and we want them to grow. And we want to see them. We want to see them. We can't wait to see them do better than us. We're cheerleaders for our kids. We don't want to cheerlead for anybody else. Fuck everybody else. But our kids, that's my boy. you know. But yeah, that's what I meant to get out and say to my mom. And I'm glad I didn't, because that's out of line. I can't say that to my mom. She's a single mom for the most part. had a couple stepdads, and yeah, mm, you're a bad judge of male character, mother. And why is that? Why is it that at your age you're not a better and better judge of character? Again, this is all based off personal experience and perception and everything, but it seems to me that men do get better with age as far as judging people's characters. I could certainly say that in my case, and I think everybody needs to vouch for me and back me up on that. You know, we all are bad, man, and we all make these bad decisions. Just like me with my new no fat chicks rule. This is based off of personal experience, but damn, fat women, from my experience, don't date them, brothers. See, this is something I remember when I was a little boy. There was a popular little T-shirt going around, no fat chicks, and I remember how much black women hated that shit. Even black women that weren't fat, hated that shit. And I remember thinking about that, like, what's so bad about that shirt? You know, if you had the opposite, no fat dudes, would there be outrage? Yeah, the fat dudes maybe. Most of them probably wouldn't be like. Most fat dudes would probably be like, yeah, I should probably lose some weight. But fat women are entitled, and black fat women. Again, this is my perception. This is what I've experienced in my life. Fat black women are the worst. Not only are they fat, overfed, and underworked. That's what it's from. Bullshit, motherfucker. Uh, 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 Metabolism and diet. Bullshit, motherfucker. Lifestyle. Lifestyle. Bullshit, motherfucker. You don't get 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds. You don't get in that obese. I mean, yeah, there are medical conditions, but no. Sugar. Look at the sugar cells. Look at the numbers. Sugar, salt, bullshit that we eat. Ice cream and stupid shit to fatten you up. And then you eat it and then you sit on your ass. Those are lifestyle choices. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are somebody grossly overweight that does 50 sit-ups every single day. Every single day that they, you know what I'm saying? If you could fucking eat today, do some sit-ups. You know, that's something too about me, you know. You know, I'm hard on myself. Sometimes I tell myself, you don't deserve to eat, motherfucker. And my mom used to say shit like that. That's a saying. That's an old saying. People, black, white, everybody said it. If you don't work, you don't eat. That is a very old saying. This is a very old attitude. And it's especially issue towards men. They really don't mean that towards women. If you don't work, you don't eat. Nah, they don't really mean that towards women. Come on, man. Get off the bullshit. Men are unworthy of eating if they don't work. Kinda. But same with women. Fuck these bitches want to be queens. What the fuck does that mean to you, queen? What the fuck is a queen? At least we know what a king is. A king is a ruler. A king is a person that shapes and leads society in the elevator. You know, they bring society forward and forward. They work towards serving the people and making their kingdom greater, making sure that famine doesn't hit their people. All kind of kings, warrior kings, eclectic kings, and they're queens too. And some queens rule righteously. This is not a given. Queens be fucking up. Queens used to fuck up. Very self-centered cunts. And all these fat bitches walking around talking about they queens. I'm going to get into that more. And this is who I've become. I want men, especially black men, especially young black men, be more judgmental. Be more discriminating. I remember there was this old song, Promiscuous Girl, Promiscuous Boy. It was all popular. Motherfuckers was singing it all in the club. Promiscuous means indiscriminate. You'll fuck anybody. You don't give a fuck. You just want to fuck. Yeah, well, Promiscuous is not a compliment, never was, never will be. Fuck that song. You don't want to sleep with promiscuous people. What the fuck is wrong with our world? And, I do need to get more distance from my mother. And like a lot of stuff I told her today, I needed to tell her that, man. No disrespect intended. I mean to honor you with my words. I'm telling you things you need to hear. Tough love is all you ever gave me, so how dare you ask me for tender love, which I give you because I'm a gentleman. I don't usually get a bitches the backhand. That's one thing I think about that day that me and Keisha had that fight. All the past fights I've had with these fat bitches over the past, let's say, 6 years. All these fat bitches I done had these fucking fights with, altercations with. And the thing they love to say is, I wish I was a man. Bitch, you and me motherfucking both, and we could bang this motherfucking shit out. Even if you whoop my ass, you getting your ass whooped, bitch. You wish you was a man. I wish you was a man too, bitch. I wish we could just fucking bang this shit out. I bet with so many women. And that's what killed me about the fat, lazy bitches. Fat, nasty bitches who can't walk up a flight of steps. If you was a man, what makes you think you wouldn't be a fat, lazy man that couldn't walk up a fucking flight of steps? Your fat ass would whoop me. And I'm not saying fat people can't fight. I mean, look, we look at that, what's his name, Andy Ruiz? He just beat Anthony Joshua. I think I got them names right. So many fighters these days, but, I've had fights with all people of all sizes, especially in my days coming up as a fighter. That's some shit too, like, the women that say this shit to me, like, look at how I was raised, man. Look at how I was growing up. How many fucking fights have you had? You know what I'm saying? Do you got any business trying to fight my sister? But you think you can fight me, motherfucker. You a female. Can you fuck with my sister? But you gonna whoop my ass. You wish you was a boy. I wish you was a boy too, bitch. And maybe these laws is gonna keep getting there. Keep getting there. And that's what they need to get, especially nowadays. That's what women deserve. Women deserve full equality right fucking now. Right fucking now. You get sideways, you get treated like you sideways. Just like a man who's sideways, bitch. I've had that argument with these fat bitches. I wish I was a man. Pretend you are a man. Let's pretend you are a man. Go ahead and punch me, bitch. Let's pretend. Let's make believe we the same fucking gender. I'll be transgender for 15 minutes. Fuck that. You got more respect for these transgender men anyway. You fucking feminazi bitch. So, since we going there, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's change our genders. You believe in that shit, right? You voted for Hillary, right? Fuck Trump. He's racist. That's what he means by make America great again. He's not talking about overturning these crazy liberal laws that Obama spread. Gay marriage, and now 2 gay white men can adopt a black crackhead baby and raise him without no suspicion and extra scrutiny. More than I could if I tried to get my own kid. I would get more checkups. And people be more suspicious of me. What you doing with that boy? My own fucking son. And I ain't no pervert. I'm not a sexual deviant. However you want to put it. Try to be respectful, but I'm tired of this shit. Y'all not respectful to dudes like me. Kind of like some of the stuff I was telling my mom the other day. Look at me. Gray, black, white, blue. Those are the colors I like. Stop trying to force pink and purple and yellow and all this other shit on me. I get it, me and Kanye West from Chicago, but I don't want the rainbow back. I don't know what the fuck that nigga was talking about. Boys wear blue, girls wear red, or pink, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. Nobody respects me. Nobody wants me to man out. Nobody wants me to embrace my sexuality and run with it. The more I embrace my sexuality, the more it gets labeled shit like toxic masculinity. What is that? If I want to go to a strip club, I'm a toxic masculine? What do you mean by that? If I like titties? If I like women with nice bodies and, you know what I'm saying, what does that mean? Yeah, I'm toxic masculine on a lot of levels, but I don't like high heels. Never did, never will. What about that? That's some of my feminism right there. I'm really a feminist still. Fuck everybody that says I'm not. Just because I'm not waving rainbow flags and I won't put a Hillary bumper sticker on my fucking car. I'm a feminist. Just a classic feminist. I don't think that having women behave like pigs is the way to go. Some men behave like pigs and dogs, so women should be allowed to behave in pigs like dogs. No, why don't we raise the standard for everybody? Not all feminists think that abortion is a right. And you're not less of a feminist if you think a woman who will have her baby no matter what has an extreme amount of integrity that you would be so respectful for. She's going to let the others sort it out. What happened to her was horrible, but she's going to ride that shit out like a man. I joke. I throw some jokes in there. But, yeah, it's true. We'll never know what it's like to be pregnant. But you bitches will never know what it's like to have 3 baby mamas you got to pay money to and hear bullshit from, who always got you this close to being locked up. With different struggles, different requirements, different genders, man. We are fucking 2 genders, man. What the fuck? There is a such thing as men. There is a such thing as women. There's a such thing as femininity. And it's not a bad thing. It's not an evil thing. It shouldn't be discouraged or clowned or teased or whatever. It should be embraced. It should be worshipped and appreciated. Our society is too based off of this old way of thinking. These fucking conquistadors, conquestors, these world travelers, the divine providence. It's not good. We need more balance. The yin and the yang is good. And I'm really not against transgender. I'm kind of like tranny myself. Not really, but kind of. I can see that. I can see me putting on some pantyhose and a bra and getting freaky with some girls. Pretend I'm a lesbian for a little while. That sounds like fun to me, man. I oftentimes feel like a lesbian trapped in a man's body. I oftentimes feel like a bull dagger. I used to be part of the LGBTQ community before Obama came around. Because before Obama came around, the Qs were a little bit more respected. And pretty much anybody could be a Q. Anybody was a Q back then that was just like, man, I ain't like these motherfucking breeders. I'm not like these motherfuckers who just tap their hands. Oh, the music's coming on. Oh, the music's coming on. She smells pretty. I'm a reader, not a breeder. I said that when I was young. Didn't change. Shit don't impress me. The fuck? And now I'm 41. Am I supposed to go backwards? Shit that impressed me as a kid. And I've seen it already. What, I'm going to get more impressed by it? No, you're going to do a fucking dance for me? I'm from Chicago. Savior dance. I seen all the motherfucking badass dances you could see by the age of 10. I'm born in Chicago in the 70s. Back when the Bud Billiken Parade was beautiful, little young black girls who should be chilly. Man, the last Bud Billiken Parade I saw, first of all, they wasn't cutting up. They wasn't dancing. They wasn't doing the drill team shit. They wasn't fucking. That shit looked fucking disgusting and sad. Fuck you, Chicago. I love you, but I'm finna go in on this shit. That last Bud Billiken Parade I saw, the fuck? This how we gonna represent black women now? We can't have no nice in-shape women. We got all these fat-ass bitches with these slop-ass uniform, guts hanging all out. They dance moves ain't crisp and clear. Like, what the fuck? Bud Billiken was the shit when I was a kid, man. They took so much pride in that shit. But now they want to be politically correct and you're fucking it up. Now we're about to get the mantle and now we're about to fuck it up. It's our time. It's brown people's time. Black people. We're brown. We're brown. We're not black. Time to wake ourselves up. I still check black on the paper. Because I get it. This is my ethnicity. This is my clan. This is my crew. This is who I am. This is what I am. No, I ain't related to Obama. I'm a descendant of the other side of slavery. Yeah, I heard that they tried to connect him to the first slave and all that other bullshit. No. Let's talk about what your ancestors did on the other side of the slave trade. Do you have anybody owning ships, motherfucker? I heard you was related to Dick Cheney. What's up with that? No shade to Dick Cheney. He's probably demonized a little bit too much. But I digress. Fuck this shit. It's time for the birth of me. Either this case has woken a sleeping giant, dragon, or whatever, or this is the case that's going. Remember Words of Wisdom from Tupac? Y'all remember that album, Strictly for My Niggas? Remember that album? Remember when Strictly for My Niggas came out and we was all so excited about that shit? I was like, this nigga done dropped a new record, and this nigga done came most of the hood. Was his debut album? I know Brenda's Got a Baby on there, Trapped was on there, all that. But it was Tupacalypse Now. When that album dropped, you know, it's so funny how people talk about how, you know, people say a lot of shit about Tupacalypse Now. Listen to that motherfucker in 2019. And tell me what would happen if somebody dropped that shit today. That motherfucker was slept on by you motherfuckers. I was in Chicago at the time, in the hood. You know, that's the first album I bought that I didn't buy at a train station. It wasn't a bootleg. That's the first album I bought, and I folded it out, unwrapped that plastic, and folded it out, and looked at that art on the inside. Had that real cassette. I was used to buying the bootlegs. You pull it out, it's just it's white paper on the other side. And I reserved a copy of Tupacalypse Now. And that was the thing. See, Brenda's Got a Baby came out before the album came out. And I remember when I first heard Brenda's Got a Baby, I was like, I got to get that album. I was a kid too, man. It's like, I got to get an album. Brenda's Got a Baby, one that I didn't love it that much. But the talent he showed in that video, go back and watch that video. It's one of the best rap videos ever made. But anyway, I bought that album. Like I say, Brenda's Got a Baby came out, and it was playing all the time on the box in the shop. All the time. Brenda's Got a Baby was fucking so popular in Chicago. And then when the album dropped, I had it on pre-order. I went to this record store. Nobody had it. I was going everywhere looking for this shit. Then I get to this record store in Roseland. It was either on State or Michigan. I can't remember, but it was up there in the hundreds. And I got up in there, and I went up in there, and something told me. I was like, man, I bet this store got it. Went up there, old brother was up in there. He was like, yeah, we ain't got it, but we gonna get it as soon as you come in. You want to pre-order? You want to save your copy? I was like, yes, I do. And I can't remember if he made me prepay. I don't think he did. He might have. I don't remember. But I remember I got that album the day it came out. I couldn't wait to listen to it. And I can't remember. I know I was riding in my mom's car. And I don't remember if she had either she didn't have a tape player or she wasn't trying to hear that cursing shit in her car at the time. Or maybe I didn't even want her to know that I bought it. There's a good chance that was the case too. But I remember we swung by my Uncle Dorian's house. And I was like, let me put this shit in your tape player, man. And I remember that shit. Oish, 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 home. I get erection. Things from that album that were done for the first time are copied to this day. And some people say Reasonable Doubt is the best album of all time by Jay-Z. Loses me. I've never been able to make it through that album. Might get me in trouble for saying this. Maybe I have to beef with somebody. But I hear straight poser. When I listen to motherfucking Reasonable Doubt, I hear poser ass nigga. Nigga. The fuck? Who the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? You are not the king of New York. I don't know. And I might be wrong. I might be confusing him with some other New York rapper. But that's how a lot of them is. They suck their own dick so much. Like, what kind of straight man wants to listen to another man talk about how he's so much better than everybody else, and I'll kill one of you niggas if you step on my shoe or touch my car? And I can't be particular. Like I say, I never listened to Reasonable Doubt. But the greatest album of all time, you're saying it's better than Tupacalypse Now, Tupac's debut album. I need to sit down with some. I would like to understand that one day. How could you say in Tupacalypse Now, everybody agrees was not his best album? But fuck that, Machiavelli. I was reading an article the other day, like top 100 albums that didn't suck. I think one of Tupac's album on there was on there, but they had 100 albums and not a lot of Tupac. Maybe one album. I think, I don't know, might have had one, but I saw a lot of these lists was missing Tupac. So the top greatest albums of all times, you're not gonna mention All Eyes on Me, which changed the music industry, changed the game on so many levels. That double album Tupac dropped. Not one of my favorite Tupac albums. That's me personally. Not my favorite. Not in my top, he only got so many. But it is All Eyes on Me, the double CD, it wouldn't, it's not better than Me Against the World. Or is that the name of the album? Or just the song? The name of the album was Me Against the World. And that was one of his best albums. It's hard for me. I go back and forth. Which was the greatest rap album of all time? Me Against the World or Machiavelli? And when you sit down and you debate the facts of this, like I've never heard nobody who take those two albums really lose debate. And it might just be because I'm a fan. But really, you're going to name the top 100 rap albums ever made. Tupac died at 25. He dropped all this shit while he was super busy, acting and all this shit, writing and all kind of shit, just super busy. And he didn't sell his soul. He held on to his character, kept his heart and his passion. Died at 25. Motherfucker had what, a 7-year rap career? And some of these dudes who've been rapping 30, 40 years, he ain't fucking made no Machiavelli. Who was all on that list? Jay-Z was all on that list. Jay-Z ain't made no fucking Machiavelli or All Eyes on Me or Me Against the World. Get the fuck out of here. 444 was there. 444 was Tupacalypse Now, a la Jay-Z. Eminem. So many people say Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. But then you get into the meat of that. Okay. Some of his great albums. Then listen to what they say. And here we are, Tupac. Only made good albums. Look at all his albums. A lot of his songs, like when Tupacalypse came out, Tupacalypse Now, it wasn't appreciated. A lot of that music wasn't appreciated. You know what I'm saying? But I can name every one of those tracks, man. That was a great album. That was definitely the best album of 91, man. And it's not even on a lot of top 100s. Tupacalypse Now sucked. Yeah, come on, get the fuck out of here. Maybe you was too young, stupid, and retarded, too immature. It came out when I was 12. I was mature enough to say, wow, who the fuck is this? And I was young, but I was a rap fan. Maybe 13 when I bought that album. But I was young. I had already had a lot of albums. Was already familiar with I was a fan of, a lot of guys on the East Coast, a lot of guys on the West Coast. I liked Slick Rick. I hated East Coast rap for the most part. Like 90% of all East Coast rappers like, ugh, this is fucking garbage. And then them East Coast dudes be like, fucking hip hop to the hippity hop to the hip hop hippity hop hop hip hop jing jing the boogity the boogity boogity bee. You say fuck gangster rap, you really mean fuck reality rap. Cause that's what New York rap is. It's fake it till you make it rap like a motherfucker. Fuck that shit. You can bite my tongue. You scared. Fuck that. Nigga, keep that real. If you was a real nigga from New York, you'll say the same shit. Fucking perpetrator rap. You know what I'm saying? Like they talked about, you know, the South came up with bling. No, nigga. No, I'm in the South, nigga. No, nigga. That bling bling shit that came out in the South, that was them niggas' jewelry, man. That bling, when the bling era was hitting down here in Texas, that was them niggas' shit. That was them niggas. Them niggas was blinging. Not all of them, of course, but the bling movement was blinged out in Texas. It was a lot of money flowing in Texas at the time, man. Motherfuckers wasn't renting shit. They might have been borrowing their homeboy shit and stuff like that, but no. At Texas Bling, you saw a lot of shit, you know, they talk about the renting the home, man. New York does that shit. Come on, man. That's been New York shit. The South is notorious for just getting the camera and just filming the hood how it is. You fucking kidding me? Bling rap. No, that's you New York niggas. Bling bling. Bling bling. Let me rent some shit. Bling bling. Ain't never had shit in my name. And I'm finna act like the biggest ball in New York. Everything is in my mama name. No, nigga, that's your mama shit, nigga. Nigga, she make you pay the light bill because you fucking use up so much fucking electricity, but you ain't doing shit. Just talking. Just nigga originally from Chicago. My little Napoleon complex. You know, that's something, you know, we all probably got that from Chicago. How New York always act like they the biggest, baddest, we the big. I remember I used to like Alicia Keys till she made that song with Jay-Z. These lights will excite you or some shit like that. It was a beautiful song. That New York song. These lights will excite you. Really? Really? Who the fuck are they gonna excite? Who the fuck is gonna go to New York and be like, oh, electricity and big buildings and all the people? A goofy lame motherfucker? You mean to tell me just because a motherfucker from Florida grew up in the country, you know what I'm saying, joined the Marines at 16, 17, drove around in trucks and shit for 20 years, and this motherfucker gonna come to New York and be like, well, golly. You like saying fucking lights in New York ain't gonna excite nobody. The fuck are you talking about? Those same lights everywhere all over this country, man. Yeah, I get it. New York is 9 million people. It's a little bit more congested, but not really. It ain't all that congested, man. It ain't all that fucking congested, man. It is fucking, New York is fucking congested. Everything is all on top of each other, especially some parts. But still, some parts you got elbow room like a motherfucker, man. New York, man. And I think that's like my complex, man. Chicago is gangster city. If you from Chicago, you probably feel that way. So when New York be like, this is the gangster city. Frank White is the baddest black gangster that ever lived. You really insult niggas from the Midwest. We got a lot of badass, real ass gangster niggas from the Midwest that didn't give no fucks about Frank White. That Frank White would have knew better.